Righty. Good morning, everybody. I am early. I know. I'm early. What can I say? At least I'm not late. Aha. Give me a second. Let me get finished getting everything set up here, and we will get going. All right. Morning chat. All right. Let's see. Give it a few minutes. Welcome. I am Dark Polago. Thanks for joining me on another morning Watch This Building session. Today is April 14th, Thursday, 2022, and it's going to be a crazy day. The market is closed tomorrow on Friday, so there's going to be extreme volatility and early news reports. I feel like Twitter's going to be super volatile today. Why? Because Elon's like, I want to own Twitter. I think it's funny that all these billionaires want to own their own social media platform, right? Like they can control the narrative. And good morning, Binky. I absolutely can look at Amazon for you. Put it on the list right now. Wait a few minutes, see if anybody else wants to show up, and we'll get into the news. I am a little early, so all right. This looks like a Wu-Tang reversal. Super good. I'm super stoked on this. I'm going to show y'all what that is because it's my favorite play. It is also a Dow 1, 2, 3 reversal. If you want to look up specifically how to trade this with I don't know, look at the Dow theory where this came from. I slapped the W on it because if you look at the longer move down, right, and you get a little move back up, you get another move down. Wow, I am all over the place with these lines today. Right, you get a move back up, you get a secondary move down like this one here, right? And then you get the W move, right? And as soon as you break that 2-point, right? Well, yeah. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you take this fifth leg and you go profit, right? That is what I call the Wu-Tang reversal. It's really, like, technically, if you want to learn a little bit more about it, it is derived from the Dow 1, 2, 3 reversal. Y'all can look that up on YouTube if you want. I should probably do a video on it, but that's what it is. When you look up the Dow 1, 2, 3 reversal, this is the 1 point, 2, 3, 4, and you go along on the 5. All right. All right. Let's see. As far as Amazon is concerned, we do have a little divergence that is played out here. This divergence is not traded out. This divergence is not traded out. So you got a couple more steps back up. Got a regular block trade at 31.55, first magnet, and then this cluster up here would be a gap fill back up 32.70, right? That's what I'd be looking for on Amazon from a 1 minute perspective. Let's see how it did yesterday. Yeah, this is a nice move yesterday. This divergence, however, right here has been traded out. So is there any other fresh divergence that's been traded out? Or is price just trading with the flow index? So depending on what the market does today, typically Amazon tanks on Fridays. You got support at 30.89, 31.10, and then 31.55. So the 31.50s might look good for today. Interesting. All right, let's get back, look at the news, and then we'll get into the rest of them, okay? Morning, Terry. Morning, Matt. Morning, Andrea. Morning, Orlando. And morning, Johnny. Should we text him and see if he's going to be around? He texted me the other day when I was gone, and I don't know, it just makes kind of gotta love the support, you know. Somebody's worried about you, wondering what's going on. Baba is in the news, so we're going to be checking that out here in a few minutes. And so the order that we're going to be doing this stuff is, I kind of like the way we did it yesterday, where let's look at, oh, I don't have it up. What happened here? Oh no. All right. We'll look at the futures real quick, and then we'll get into the news, and we'll go play with. Then we'll look at the plays with FlowTrade after that, and things will be all right. So, looking at the old ES on the daily, we held that demand zone. Right, we're back above the 50-day. We are at the 618 50% retracement. So this rally from low to high has a 618 retracement from the low to the high, 618. We are also at the 50% from this high to this low. So this is a good confluence area. We're below the 21. So I'd like to see it close above the 21 today. If not, then I think we're going to have a little bit of choppiness over the next couple of weeks. Okay. Support's coming in at 44.12, right? And that is a 50-day. Looking at it from the 30. Good move yesterday. Pre-market been selling off, a little neutral to a little flat. So we got that 30 rising 30-minute, or that 30-minute rising 50 that's about to attack the 200. So look for that cross up, right? That would give us stack positive moving averages, 2150, then 200. If we reject this level here, then we can look at a downturn into next week and probably a down day. So the 30-minute chart is going to kind of guide our way, but as long as we can continue to get 30-minute closes above this 50-day, then overall we're looking pretty good. Like I said, we're gonna get a test today. I think there's a trend line here. Where's my tools? One thing I want to look at is there trend resistance there, right? So keep an eye on that. If you want to break it down even a little bit more granular, the 15, right? That 15 looks like it's heading a little head and shoulders on it. So let's just be nimble, mark those levels up on our chart. Next up is the NQ. Excuse me. All right, well, there it is. That 382 retracement, big rally up, couldn't get back above the 50-day. So we're going to have another attempt at it today. We're going to be using this 618 and this tree line as a magnet. So basically, we're looking for a rally to the 21, right? 14,444, right? Those key levels, 14,380 and 14,435. Keep in mind, the last time we hit the 21, they sold it. Are they going to sell it again and push us even further down? They may. Look at it from a 30-minute perspective. Oh yeah, so we had a 50-200 cross up. If we can get above that 21, then we've got stack positive moving averages on the NQ, right? That looks pretty significant level right there. Let's mark that on our charts. Let's grab the bodies of those, right? Because we got stuffed at that level. 14,250 or 14,259. That's target 1. And then 14,300 is target 2. As long as we maintain that 50, yeah, I like this is called a golden cross when the 50 crosses above the 200-day. When the 50 crosses down below the 200, it's a death cross, right? All right, next up is the Dilly Dally Daily Dow. All right, check it out, yo. This is that consolidation that I said that we could start happening again, right? Between the 50 and the 200, right? And that's just flat. Basically, you'll have your ups and the downs. It's a good range though, but we are definitely above the 21, above the 50, right? We have broken that trend line. Maybe, hold on. Wicks, no. I guess it depends on where you draw your trend line, if we've broken above or not. So we are at the 50% retracement from the all-time high to this most recent low, right? We have to get back above the 618 to be uptrending again. 1 second here. One, two, three, reversal. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, failure. So they can, those reversals, those large reversals are made up of much smaller ones. So as you can see, we have a 50, 200 cross up on the 30 minutes. So the Dow is super bullish today, right? We do have a skyline at 34,560. So if we can get some closes above that, then I think we can look at some larger moves back up to previous highs. Yeah, this is super strong. As long as we can get some volume coming in today, then I think we can work our way back up on the Dow. Super strong on the 13th. Kind of choppy yesterday, right? Or super strong yesterday. Just trying to see what's at this level that would have rejected this move so hard, right? Maybe just needed to consolidate a little bit more so we can get that cross up and over. All right, so looking pretty good. This one candle, this 30-minute candle that came in at 4:30 is that trend piercer. It's basically a giant sword, so that's the only thing that's got me a little shaky, and it's coming in at the 30-minute point of control, right? So 34,546 seems to be a pretty significant resistance level. So we'll keep an eye on the Dow, looking at the Russell, the old red-headed Russell, right? Looking pretty decent. The more and more I see this, the more and more I believe that this is a Wyckoff move. Wyckoff, W-Y-C-O-F, K-O-F. If you want to Google it, it's that consolidation to explosion. All right, with the Russell, from this low to this high, we pulled back 382 retracement, or actually the 236, right, which is the absolute line in the sand. If we'd closed below that, then we'd be in a downtrend. So we're coming back up. We rejected the 50-day, the daily 50, and we're going to test the daily 21. If we can get a close above the 50 and above the 21, then we can start our journey back up towards the 200. So which would be a very large move. But so let's see here. Little bull flag is forming. The 21 day is at 2040. The 50% retracement is at 2027. Right. So first target is going to be 2053, 2100. And then 2140. If we reject this 50-day, right, and the 21 crosses down below the 50, then we have negatively stacked moving averages, right, and we can look at some pretty significant pullbacks to the snow line at 1916, okay? Keep an eye on small caps. Good move on the 12th, pull back on it. Oh, that's pre-market. Interesting. All right, so that 50% retracement 2027 looks like it's been once, twice, 3 times. Oh, lady, no, 3 times an issue. We do, however, so when we start getting these stacked moving averages, these are the kinds of explosive moves we like to see. So we rallied up, we gave up the 21, but the 50's coming in to hold us up. We're above the 200. If you wanted to do a little fib, right, for this move here, we could. this move here, we could come back to 2011, but that would be below the 50. So I'm really watching this 2016 level to hold. Okay, if it breaks, then just might as well watch paint dry for the rest of the day on the Russell. Okay. All right, and then gold. Right, we knew once this wedge breakout was going to occur that we were going to get a move. Right. So look at how closely. Let's just look at the daily first, shall we? Big old wedge breakout, rally, rally, right? 2150, 200, so stack positive moving averages. Is this a 1, 2, 3 reversal? Maybe. We definitely took out those highs. There's something at this level here, like the 1986 level, that a little bit of resistance. Nice strong move up. This candle right here would normally be a trend reversal candle, but it wasn't really a trend started yet, right? It was the fourth candle, so we couldn't really say it was uptrending. From a 30-minute perspective in gold, see what we got going on. Wow, look at that. All right. 21 cross below the 50. Immediate pullback, so they're selling this, they're shorting it. Support came in at 1972. Big pop, cleared the 21, right? Another big pop, got above the 50, and now we're uptrending. Okay, so there is a supply zone in here that we're gonna have to get through and get some closes above 1986, right? And then gold should continue to move up based on volume. Okay, I would look for this 21 to get back above the 50 on the 30-minute for continued direction. See how close it was to the 50, right? That's weakness. Weakness. So, and then looking at crude. All right. I wish I understood crude better, a little bit better than I do. Do some research on it. So we got, what's that above? All right, well, the candle closed at 50% or more above its trendline resistance. If this is a red bar on the daily, that means the Monday session could be a 3-bar play, and this would get an explosive move up, okay? From a 30-minute perspective, I don't understand why my trend lines aren't working on this chart. I'll research that this weekend. 102. Looks like right around 102. 102.50 is the top of a demand zone. We'll use that as support. And then we'll target the 105, 104 supply zone. 104.50, 105.50. Let me just show you what that looks like. Come on. All right, there you go. There's your supply and demand zones for today, right? I think it's going to respect those. We start getting some closes down. Make sure you do an extension on the rally, right? That's why my fibs are dotted or solid, right? 618 retracement will put us at the bottom. Oh, did I? The 100 is a 618 retracement from this move. So maybe we do it. That would be a pretty nasty head and shoulders. Yeah, keep an eye on crude. All right. ZB, which is bonds. This TLT is the equity equivalent of the T-bond futures. So this move, right, on TLT would be super nice. Looking at it from a larger perspective here. I don't know why I didn't see this, right? 1, 2, 3. It went the other way. It went the other way from what I thought it was going to. So it came down. Oh, where are we at? So there's a hard stop at 141. It didn't even go to this tree line. So downside target 138. If we fail and we make a large move down, let me just show you what this looks like. That's what I'm seeing. All right. So down, retrace, larger move down, right? Something like that. If we do reverse right here, then it would be something like this, where we come down, up, in, up, in, up, right? That gives us an inverted head and shoulders. So really interesting to see if we get this rally up to here. We'll actually have to be up to 150. And then we come down, and then we go back up, inverted head and shoulders on ZB. So keep an eye on that. TLT is a good equity to watch. All right, the old yen, dude. The yen is about to make a new low, which is good for like the ES. Did it make a new low? Hold on. Come on. Thank you. Wow. Look at this. Look at that. It didn't close below it, but it did come down and touch the low from back in June of 2015. Wow. That's crazy. Well, if we get to close below it, again, it's just going to be... No, that's bad. All right. That was it. Let's get into the news real quick, and we will get going on our plays. Okay. All right. Western Digital and Seagate both downgraded to neutral from positive. Susquehanna. Alibaba is in the news. They're down 2% after Chinese Communist Party anti-corruption watchdog was among agencies involved in a recent inquiry into links between billionaire Jack Ma and state-owned Chinese companies. Well, this is the outcome of China opening their doors a little bit to what's happening. So, down 2%. That's a strong move down. I don't even know where that retracement came from, but it's been there for a long time. If we can't get back above 98.21, then I would look for a move down to 92. Let's look at it here. Hold on. Too many lines on my screen. All right. Ooh, that's a big gap down. So we're in the daily cloud. That cloud runs 95 to 98, right? Previous low puts us at 97. So if we're moving down the 95 puts, right? If we're going to move up, look for a rally to 101. So there's not a lot of range in this right now because it is super choppy, but we have support at 95.24. We have 21-day or 21 exponential moving average resistance, which is also the 4-hour mid at 101. So do we do 4-hour bottom, 4-hour mid? Do we get a rally today, or do we reject 98 and make the move back down to 95? Either way, BABA is going to move today. It could be kind of fun to play. It will take your lunch money, so just be careful. All right. IBM. What? IBM's in the news. Upgrade to overweight from equal. at Morgan Stanley with a $150 price target. Big move up at the end of the day. They have earnings coming up on the 19th. So pre-anticipatory run, well, this 4-hour top says goodbye, right? 129.80 is resistance. And that's the 4-hour 200, or is that the daily 200? Let's look at 1 second here. All right, so from this initial rally, we rejected the 4-hour top. So we went 4-hour bottom, skipped the 4-hour mid, and went right to 4-hour top. All right, we can pull back to a 50% retracement would be a pullback to the rising 13, right? On a 4-hour, 127 is the 618 retracement. It can come all the way back to 126 and still be uptrending. But the 4-hour mid is at 127. It's also the 21-day, and it's also a 50% retracement. So 127.36 is support and a downside target. Resistance is 129.80, which is a 200-day, and it's a 4-hour cloud. Through the 4-hour cloud, magnet to this 1414, 131.79. I don't know where I got that green line from, but that would be my upside target. So the daily mid is at, where's the daily mid? I'm not seeing it. Not seeing the daily mid for some reason. All right, weekly mid 129, 4-hour top 129.80. So that move, pretty decent. If you wanted to go out a couple weeks, you could look at getting the 131s or the daily top 132s. Is that what that is? Yeah, the 132s. All right, moving on. All right, here it is. Twitter. All right, look at that. Look at those big up moves. It held that 382. Well, no, it didn't. Close down below it. So new support. There's a support level with Twitter at 44.46. 1, 2, 3, 4 candles at it. Right. That's a pretty significant level there. We do have stack positive moving averages. We're rallying towards this 200-day. We have a lot of compressed Keltner channels, 46 to 50, right? They could chop it there. We have a slingshot squeeze that's going to release. Twitter is going to be super fun today. Below 48.02. Yeah, below 48.02. $46. Above, geez, where's it at? Above 49.50. Well, let's just call it above 50 because that 50 is a psychological level. So above 50, we see a move to 52. Yeah, so play them tight, but there's going to be a lot of Twitter's. You know what? I'm playing Twitter today. How about that? Let's just do that. I'll come back and look at that here in a minute. I want to see where the divergence is at. All right. IBM's in the news. Also upgraded to overweight from equal. I already talked about that. TSM, that's what I was looking at. All right, TSM said 2022 sales may exceed upper end of previous guidance from mid to high 20% in USD and doesn't expect a change in CapEx for 2022. Pretty decent, bold statement there, TSM. I like to play Keltner channels, so look for daily top support at 102.88, which is also this 50-day. If that level holds, then I think we would go daily mid, so long above 104.04 for a move to 108, and then below 101, a little flush down to 100. All right, it's just got a lot of support coming in. Earnings, earnings. Oh, I had earnings today. How come I didn't see it? Anyway, they didn't give us specific earnings, but there it is. Let's see. Pfizer and BNTX are in the news again. These guys, man, I'll tell you what, they're just making a killing. Announced data showing high immune responses following booster dose of the vaccine in children 5 through 11, which is pretty decent. This is consolidation for Pfizer, right along the 5,200, right? There's 56 as a target. For our bottom, weekly mid is the key here. So if we can get long above 53.40, move to 54, 54.50, and then 55. Okay. Watch your TTM squeeze and your MACD. So everything's kind of starting to reverse. I would wait for the MACD to cross up and over and then get long. So like I said, the weekly mid is at 53.43, right? 4-hour mid's at 54, which is also previous high. We are in the monthly cloud top, right? So if we can get, like, if it goes above 56, then watch out. It's just going to keep exploding higher and higher. But this is consolidation. Contrarian, if we break down below previous lows of 52.75, then we come and back test 51.60 and finally 51. Okay, I bet you that's a nice retracement there too. So this low to this high, yeah, 382 retracement. That's super strong. If it breaks down below it, daily bottom at 51. If we can get above 54.05, then we can get 56. All right, there's gonna be a ton of volume in Pfizer today. Okay. Sanofi said data from its phase 1/2 of its drug will heavily pretreatment immune. Let's just skip that. All right, financials, big morning for earnings, coming up with Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Citigroup, and U.S. Bank, PNC, and Wells Fargo, all expected. U.S. Bank already had earnings, EPS at 99 cents versus 94, which is pretty good. So USB is going to move today. There it goes. Look at that. Big pop. All right. I don't play banks, so I don't know. 53 target. So above the 4-hour mid, look at the. Yeah, I'm just going to stay. I don't like that chart at all. The only bank I play. Whoa, Wells Fargo missed. Revenue 17.59 billion versus estimates of 17.77. Wow. Well, there you go. If you want to look at it, a dead man walking. Below 46.55 on Wells Fargo, we have 45.85, 45.30. That's previous low weekly cloud. If it gets down, if it makes a new low, from the previous one in March, it's got, this could get nasty real quick. But the other thing that we can look at here is this is an H-shaped pattern, so I fully anticipate it making a new low. Okay, so just be prepared for it. There may be buyers at 45.25. From a Cal perspective, it would need to do a lot to convince me to trade it. Maybe a retracement to the bottom of the daily. So I retrace to 47.35, right, or 47.50, and then make that move back down to 45. Yeah. Wow. All right. Not seeing anything in industrial. Libya's National Unity Government said in a statement that it has adopted a plan to develop the country's oil sector with the aim of increasing its output to 1.4 million barrels a day. Costco raises its quarterly dividend 90 cents from 69. Wow, Costco, you're just doing the thing, aren't you? So we thought, look at this. Look at this. This is nice. Check this out. Oh, come on. This is stack positive moving averages. We're going to get a slingshot squeeze. There's no squeeze. So 4-hour bottom. Where's the 4-hour mid? I can't see it. We retraced. We held. We got stacked positive moving averages again. TTM squeeze histogram's going to cross over. MACD's going to cross up and over. I like long Costco long above 594.89, 602, 605. Support is coming in at 587, or support's at 585. Yeah, Costco is strong like bull. Russia threatens new nuclear deployments if Sweden, Finland join NATO. What? Huh. Interesting. I'm going to have to look at that a little bit more. The bull-bear spread in the AAIA weekly survey was negative 32.6% versus negative 16 last week, as bulls fall to 15.9 from 24.7, neutrals rise to 35 from 39, and bears rise from 48 to 40, or 248 from 41. So they're thinking bears. Got to be real careful with that. Okay. I don't know if this could be a head and shoulders, but it definitely, look at this move. Wow, that was good. Big old rippers. All right. So I wanted to trade Twitter and Costco. Let's look at those for today, shall we? Oh, and Amazon, because it's Friday. Alrighty. Earnings before the bell. I already went over those. Oh, Rite Aid had earnings, Johnny. Hope you were able to trade that. All right. Well, there it is. They missed on earnings, but big rally anyway. I don't understand this. This doesn't make any sense to me. Regardless, it completed its move that I'd called out earlier to 854. So if you bought the dip at 6, got out at 8, that's a $2 increase. Pretty decent. Look for a back test and support between 8 and 837 for target 1, 882, target 2, 953. Okay. Contrarian. That's a big move down that we'd have to reject. Below 714, I think we make a new low. They did miss on earnings, but this is the power of the squeeze popping off, right? Those squeezes pop off and things just move. I don't like it. I haven't studied enough to really understand how it moves, so I'm going to stay away from Rite Aid. Okay. We do have eco data today. We got a lot of data coming in, right? Things will move the market. Okay. We have jobless claims at, oh, they just came out. All right, core retail sales. Retail sales were down. Unemployment claims were up. Jeez. Jobs claim, continued claim, advanced retail sales, import prices, and export prices are all done. That's it for really anything. Natty Gas storage at 10:30, and then Meister is coming to speak right before the close. So, man, today's going to be volatile. Hopefully there's a direction. Come on, we need some directional trading. All right. US manual. Wait. That's it. All right. US futures are looking mixed, a little changed ahead of a slew of earnings results in the banking sector. The European Central Bank policy meeting on surplus of eco data ahead of a long 3-day weekend. In corporate news, Elon offered to buy 100% of Twitter at 54.20 per share in what he calls his final and best offer as the drama from last week continues. What they're not saying is that he also said if they're not willing to do it, then he's going to have to reconsider his position, right? Keep that in mind. Asian markets and Nikkei index surged 328 points or 1.2%. Way to go, Bay. The Shanghai 1.2%, and Hang Seng climbed 13 points. In Europe, the DAX is up 0.15%, FT is up a few points. Also in Europe, Russia threatens new nuclear deployments, blah, blah, blah. Treasury yields edging lower with the 10-year around 2.7%, and oil slips after a massive 2-day gain. So let's see how the markets reacted to those unemployment claims, shall we? Here it is, daily. Let's look at it from the 3-minute perspective. What do we got? Oh no. Yeah. So we have a support level here. We've got some levels to look at, right? Head and shoulders. Nice. 50-day rejection, right? Hopefully y'all understand this. If we start taking out this demand zone, right, then we look at the next target down, right here. If this level holds, we can chop back and forth. The Dow 3 minutes, yeah, that's just a little too quick. Let's slow it down a little bit. All right, so all that beautiful stuff that we had on the daily, and I was all happy about, right? These intradays are all jacked up. Keep in mind, right? The ocean, right? The big waves affect the little waves. It's not the other way around, okay? So we have our support and resistance levels. We looked at our 30-minute charts, right? Has the structure changed based on that data, right? Should we take a 30-minute fib extension from low to high, right? 30-minute down to the low. So today, 442, 44.20, 44.11.50 is our last line of support. But this 50-day, we want that 50 cross up. Is it going to do it? All right, so below 44.28, let's look at a move back down to 44.10. Above, let's go above 44.44. Remember that level? I keep talking about it. Above that, I think we see a new high on the ES. This is super interesting. We have that 50 cross up. If we can get above the 21, right? So above 14259.50. Let's just call it 14,300 and go long, okay? Really? What is this? Hold on a second. I'm streaming right now. Let me look at it before I start streaming for you guys. Give me a second. All right. Sorry. Yeah, just those squeezes are happening. Just watch. Okay, let's get into it. The plays. All right. I'm going to be able to get to everybody's plays. All right. Tesla, Costco, AMD, Microsoft, Moderna. You want to... Johnny, you want to look at Moderna over Pfizer? Interesting. All right, let's do it. Sure. All right, I did Amazoner. Let's look at Tesla. Matt, is that ACI? AMD. Microsoft. All right, hold on. Let me... I was like, wow, that was a quick move on Tesla. I mean, by now y'all should be able to see what I'm seeing. There's this, it's strong, right? We've got strength in the flow index. This is strong like bull, right? That support level that we've been talking about all week, regular blocks at 975, 980, held. Rally up to 1025, right? Filled the gap, right? Big moves up. The flow index made a new high, right? On the pullback, does it maintain its trend line? It could. Wu-Tang reversal all day, every day. Look at that. You have to connect the dots, but there it is. This is perfect. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, long above the 4. Okay. Support at 1,008, right? I don't even know what's Tesla trading at now. Tesla's in an interesting position. It's very confused, right? If Tesla can start closing above 10, 1030, 1030, 1040, 1050, let's see something here. $10.40, $10.60, $10.80 on Tesla. Okay. Support of 1,000. Okay. ACI, I don't know what this is, but I do like this move up. The only thing that's got me a little shaky on it is this little seahorse move right here, but the flow index broke out and made a new high. Regular block at 33.87, dark pool at 34, white line at 34.80, target 1, 35, target 2. This could be the beginning of a 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know what ACI does. I wish I did, but this looks pretty strong. Support's coming in right at 33. So above 33, I think we filled this gap to 35. Okay. Next up, the flow index definitely breaking out there. AMD with a little bit of bullish divergence on the 15. I like to see this because AMD's had me a little concerned at this $95 level. All right. Does it pin today at 100? Probably. I would like to see a burst to 105, right? I've got a couple 100 calls. This is an inverted head and shoulders forming, right? I like it. There's a gap to fill back up to 101, 102. Flow index made a low, made a higher high, made a higher low, made a higher high, higher low, higher high. Okay, I like this move on AMD. Okay, a little divergence is only at like 90, 98, so I'm looking for a big move on AMD. All right, next up on the list is Microsoft. All right, if you've ever wondered what divergence looks like playing out, here it is. Okay, perfect example. Divergence at 287. This is a great example. So look at this, right? Price is heading up, and at the same time, the flow index is selling off. If you notice that within a couple candles, right? I actually spot almost, right? So what happens is price came back down to that divergence level, right? At least 287. So from 315 to 287, divergence is traded out. This little micro divergence is traded out, and now we've got, you know, the flow index made a high, made a low. So this is the baseline here. Higher high, higher low, higher high, high low. So possible inverted head and shoulders forming on Microsoft as well, right? If it gets rejected here, supports at 285.26. Below that, then we look at new lows. If it bounces from here, right, comes back down, the neckline is also at 285.86. We go long. Okay, there's a gap to fill from 292 to 295, and currently Microsoft is trading how? Oh, it's flat double bottom compression, long above 290 for a move to 295, short below 285 for a move back down to 280. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, we went 4-hour bottom, daily cloud. If we can get into the daily cloud, 291, right? It's a 21 day on the 4-hour. If that gets rejected, then we know what to do. We come back down the downside. We get above it, then we look at the 4-hour top, 295, 300, right? See this 200-day right here at 297, 297.50, right? Good target above 290, $7.50 move. Go Microsoft. Okay. Next up on the list is, you wanted to look at Moderna. You want to look at Costco. What did I not do here? Moderna, Costco. All right. The flow index is at a previous resistance level. If it gets above it, it can continue to pull price up with it. But it is trading with price, so there's no directional one way or the other from the flow index to kind of guide us. With Costco, there is, right? It's above price and pulling it up, whereas the flow index hasn't broken it back above the price yet to help move it. I'm super biased on Moderna. I don't like it. It took a lot of my money once. So I'll figure out a way to get it back. But wedge forming, there's a trading zone that goes 165 to 185. Regular blocks coming in at 169.66, 172.50, and 176.50. So there's your targets. Look at the 180s. Or the 165 puts. Okay. Well, Costco, it's got that divergence, inverted head and shoulders. Does it fill the gap back up to 600? I think so. Tweeter, right? Talk about bearish divergence, right? 38.50 downside target. If we break below 44, okay. White line levels at 47.50, long above 48 for a move back up to 60, okay? Or whatever Elon said I was going to buy it for. Shopify, come on, let this divergence play out already, please. I mean, geez, look at this. 705. Yeah, I got the 725 calls. I think I'm stuck on those, but I may get a pop today to 650. So 650 calls and $577 puts. Okay, or 575 puts. 575 puts, 650 calls to shop. All right, and then Mara. All right. Mara's got a white line level at 2250. Above that, dark pole 2340, regular 2377, and another one regular at 25. It really needs to just kind of get in gear. This is a lot of consolidation, inverted head and shoulders action. Next Monday, long should be good. Speaking of Bitcoin, really? Come on, let's go. Coinbase, big, strong, bullish divergence. This looks just like Mara. We need it to break. See what the flow index is doing here, right? It has found a support level, right? Range bound. Regular block at 201. It's just range bound. That sucks. Okay. There's some magnets at 186, but I think something would have to come out that could cause Bitcoin to rip, and I don't know if it's going to be today. All right, so I do like Twitter. Microsoft's known for pinning, right? So 285, 290, 290, 250. Microsoft 292.50. And then I like the 285 puts. All right, so I'm looking at shop and I want to play Twitter, but I didn't really see anything that's giving me super confidence in it. All right, Twitter 5150 calls and 45 puts. 51 call, 45 put. I know that's a little weird, but that's what I'm gonna be trading. All right, you want to look at Square. Sorry, I just saw that watch list. Let's do that, and then I do got to run. My phone's blowing up for some reason. And I gotta find out what they want. Alrighty. White line 126 for Square. Inverted head and shoulders. Neckline is at, let's just call it 127. Okay. Above 120, or above 120. Well, maybe not. Hold on. 127.50, 128.71 target 1, 133 target 2. This is gonna be tough. Maybe I can get it though. Let's see. All right. If the flow index breaks above that line, I think it can pull Square up with it really quickly. It's making higher lows and higher highs, but it does have previous resistance, at this line that I just drew, which is at about the 148.75 level. So there's the upside. So downside 122, 120.50 puts on Square, and then I don't know how much it moves a day. The 130 calls. 130 call. What did I say? The 120 puts. Yeah, 120 puts. I know that's a big range. I just haven't traded enough to know if I can move down to $5 increments, but I think that there's some good targets for you. Okay. All right. That's it for me. Thanks for joining me. I'm Dark Hole Algo. I will see you all on Monday. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay green, and yeah, thanks for your support. Last couple days have been super rough. Yeah, we'll get it all worked out. A little